Hello, and welcome once again to an episode 29 even, of Gamers Assemble, the queer gaming podcast that you keep not asking for, you keep not wanting to happen. I mean, well, I guess you kind of want it to happen because you're here, we're all here together. And yeah, that's the gist of it, basically. I fucked that up, didn't I?
We're here. We're queer. We're podcasting. Get used to it. We're here. We're queer. We're podcasting.
Get used to it.
and look, it's almost the new N7 day.
Yep. I'm feeling a bit moist about that.
Oh, same, girl. Same.
Yeah,
I've got it. Days. I've got it pre-ordered. I'm just waiting. I keep checking on it, and my little Xbox keeps saying, "We know you're excited to play, but it's not ready yet." And I'm like, "Quit talking to me like that, Xbox, and download it already."
Wow.
Cortana's like, "All right, fucking hell."
I know,
Jesus.
Right? Cortana, give me what I want.
Cortana's like, I have to put up with Chief, and now I have to put up with this.
I know. Sorry, Cortana.
Poor Cortana. She's a hard life.
She does.
It's a hard knock life.
We haven't even made it through the fucking episode title, and we're on a tangent. Sorry.
Record time.
Welcome to the show.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry. I mean, come on. This should be the Tangents podcast with a sprinkling of gaming.
Did I mention this is episode 29?
You did, yeah. We got that bit. We got that bit in. Yeah.
Episode 29, and this is the show where we're going to describe games really fucking badly. And then try and guess what the game is that we're describing. And like the true quiz queen that I am, I'm going to be awarding points randomly. Just completely arbitrarily, as and when I see fit, in amounts that I decide are appropriate. And then I'll declare a winner at the end that may or may not correspond to the points that I have awarded at that point in the game.
But you got this.
I usually do. I understand Llama's arbitrary point system.
Yeah, and I'm not keeping track of the points, so don't expect the winner to have anything to do with it.
Yeah, for anybody watching, this is the American point system, generally used for voting.
You think that's bad? You should see the Irish point system.
This is the point system I learned from watching Stephen Fry on QI when I came to this country. I was so confused.
Isn't the Irish point system just done in shots?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
The only point system they take heed of is the one that adds up to license being removed for drink driving.
Actually, it'll be grand.
That's fine.
5 and drive.
5 and drive. On a serious note, drink driving is not encouraged
drink responsibly.
By the Gamers Assemble podcast.
We don't. That was just
drive responsibly.
Yeah. Drive responsibly. We got really serious there just from a stupid joke.
Yeah, I mean, you can drink irresponsibly if you want to, but just don't drive.
Yes,
exactly. One of the best things about drinking in this country when I came over here was number one, like I'm a cheap date. I've always been a cheap date, and that's fine. And the alcohol is so much stronger here, so I'm an even cheaper date. But the whole culture of like you drink and then you like stumble randomly in a direction that may or may not be home, and possibly sleep in a hedge or on a bench, or just on someone's driveway. Like that's completely normal. Like it's absolutely normal to like if you wake up early on a Saturday morning and go to walk your dog and just see random people asleep in a driveway, like wearing like heels and like half of a bacon buddy or something that they've bought like at a chip shop. That's normal. Mm-hmm. Don't be alarmed. That's just British drinking culture.
And here in the States, that'll get you shot, robbed, or arrested.
Yeah, there's some things to get used to.
We've all heard the saying of any hole's a goal, but like when it comes to drinking in the UK, it's any flat surface is acceptable.
Mm-hmm. For sleeping,
For sleeping, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have to say, surprisingly, no matter how drunk I've been, including like not blackout drunk, I always autopilot home.
It's the Irish in you?
It has to be. I don't really know how that works. It's just I always wake up in my bed or a bed.
I've always managed to make it
bed.
to a roofed shelter.
Yeah, this is it. There's one time, a long time ago in the galaxy far, far away, I'll never forget it. One Saturday morning, I woke up and I was just like blinking, and I was like, oh, I feel really hungover. And I was like, that's not my ceiling. Where the fuck am I? And then I was like, oh, I'm going back to sleep for a sec. I don't really know how to deal with this right now. Yeah, and then I woke up later on and was like, that really isn't my ceiling. And then I was like, oh, hi. What's your name? Where do you come from?
So I did that once, and it was a couple years ago. So now the caveat here is I'm married. I've been married for a very long time, and we went out to celebrate one of our best friends' birthdays, or so. We were celebrating.
Thank God,
so
I thought you were going to be like,
fucking...
I was out celebrating our anniversary and...
Oh, Jesus.
We were just celebrating life. I don't know. We were just celebrating. It doesn't take much for us to go celebrating. And we'd not gone very far. It was a stumbling distance, right, as normal.
Yep.
And I got very merry, and I don't remember getting home or the rest of the night. And I woke up the next morning, and I opened my eyes, and I thought, that's not my ceiling. And I looked down, and I thought, these aren't my clothes.
Story gets better.
And
Llama, brilliant.
I thought, oh fuck. If I roll over right now and there's somebody else in this bed, I am so dead. And I very gingerly rolled over, and thank fuck I was in bed alone, because I don't know what the fuck I would have done. I was in bed alone. Still had no idea where I was or what clothes I was wearing or who had put me in these clothes. Had I done it? I was panicking, and I must have been making a little bit of noise, rolling around in this mattress, because the mattress was on the floor. Had no idea where I was. And at that point, my best friend walked in the room. I was in his spare room.
Oh my.
Apparently, I had been very worse for wear, and he had taken me home and put me in his spare room. And my wife wasn't going to let me come home with her because I was being ill. So I had been left with him for the night. But, I thought I was in so much trouble that morning.
Many moons ago, when I first moved to Manchester, I went on a night out, woke up the next day in the Salford University dorms.
Oh. Were you attending Salford University at that point?
No, never been to university. And so I was like, shit, I need to go. Thank you very much, person who I do not know the name of.
Person.
It's been great.
Just pat them on the head.
But I need to go. So I gathered my clothes and stuff, got dressed, ran out. But never forgot to ask how I actually get out of the building. So then I spent the next 10 minutes trying to figure out how to get outside, finally get myself outside, to then realize that this university building is enclosed. So it's got a gate system all around it. So I get to the front gates and I'm locked in. I can't get out. Then you need a code or a key card to get out. So I'm just stood there waiting for somebody.
Somebody else doing the walk of shame.
Luckily, about 10 minutes later, somebody drove in with a car, so the car thing's open, and I just pretend I'm on my phone, which is dead. There's no battery life in it whatsoever. I'm just pretending to be on the phone. Slip out through the thing, and I'm like, right, I need to find a bus stop that's going to Manchester. Because at this point, I don't even realise I'm in Salford. I'm like, I don't know where I am. I don't know what's going on. So I get on this bus. This bus turns up, and it says Manchester City Centre. So I'm like, right, okay. So I get on, and I'm like, blah, 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 pay the money, turn around, look up, and it's full of old ladies.
Oh, no.
Obviously going to do their Sunday morning shopping, and I'm there, fucking hairs everywhere, grey, trampy fucking night out clothes, and I just kind of shuffle to the back of the bus and just sit there like this.
Amazing.
That's probably my best walk of shame stories.
You could have been one of the people that were in. So I used to work in student accommodation many, many moons ago. And on Saturday mornings, whenever you'd be doing your shift, everybody's the night before's would be stood at the gate going, "Can you let me out?" And I'm like, no, whoever you were seeing is really supposed to let you out.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. So you were that guy.
You might have even fucking seen me if there was ever a Saturday or Sunday morning, I can't remember what fucking day it was now, and there was a young gentleman with very baggy jeans, cream, like mustard coloured jeans with those like army boots,
Oh yeah.
and a vest top, and a big baggy like. In fact, actually, I think it was the cardigan I was wearing earlier.
Oh my
Out.
god.
Then that was me. So
My
Tiggs, why wouldn't you just let them out, Tiggs?
I did end up letting them out, but I had to make a point. Like, we were there for security. We were there for security and also for like admin and stuff. And then you also used to get people coming down this Saturday morning to tell you their life story after having a load of drink because they were having like midlife crises and they were only like 20. And I was only like 22 and I was like, hang on a second, this wasn't in the job description. What do you do?
So my only real story as far as drinking that I can remember is I had a friend of mine who ran an Irish pub here in the States, and his name was Finbar McCarthy, and he ran. He's Irish born and was over here in the States. Did a lot of like Irish festival music and stuff like that, and he ran his own pub called McCarthy's,
That's
and
brilliant.
we went there one night with me and some friends to watch him play and drink and stuff like that. And then around like 2:00 in the morning, they shut down the bar. You know, everybody goes home and all that kind of stuff. And the owner, Finbar, is like, oh, hey, like we'll have a couple more drinks. And so they lock the door and me and a couple friends stay there. And then the owner of this Irish pub decides to start drinking with us. I mean, he'd been drinking since 9:00 in the morning. So, I mean, he was already pissed drunk anyways. But I don't remember the time period really from 2 a.m. to about 6 a.m. where I opened the door and it was just bright, blinding light and a headache. That's pretty much all I can remember. And then going home and sleeping until about 2 p.m. So I drank so much Jameson that night, it's not even funny.
It's awesome. That is so awesome. That also used to be my every Friday night for me. So whenever I was a younger man.
Same. Yeah, I remember my days as a
Or last
younger
Friday.
man.
Not last Friday. Last Saturday, maybe not last Friday.
So this is a gaming podcast for anyone who is listening. Just
Hi,
so you're
welcome.
aware.
I'm wearing a Mario t-shirt N7, and we've got like a Nintendo cap. That's it. That's it for game, and that's the rest of the episode now. We're just not gonna talk about.
We're only
shit.
13 minutes in. We've gone longer without talking about games.
We went half an hour the other week without talking about it.
Right. So Bot is absolutely right. This is a queer gaming podcast. We are super queer and we're going to talk about games. This week, we'll do housekeeping first because we've got some quick housekeeping bits. Just a reminder, so the Dungeons and Dragons podcast is still going to be happening, but we're still working on fine-tuning some scheduling conflicts. As Bot likes to remind us, the schedule is the hardest dragon to slay. But we're working on it. We're definitely making that happen because Ophelia Lady Garden is definitely going to feel your Lady Garden. This shit's happening.
Can you feel my Lady Garden just in a drunken night? I think we need to do that.
I think I can accommodate that.
Awesome. That would be a good plot device, I think.
Yeah, I'm down with it. I mean, Ophelia's down with it. She's down with pretty much anything, I reckon.
Yeah, I like Ophelia. She's
But
awesome.
you're going to have to work that in.
Good time.
Ophelia's down with whatever. That's a song, isn't it?
Yep.
I just want to hear the accent more.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love the accent. Do the accent, please.
Ophelia Lady Garden is going to do whatever she wants to do anytime she wants to do it because she's an independent woman.
Brilliant.
It's sort of like Villanelle
Yeah.
and that one from Overwatch. Not Overwatch. What was that other game we were playing? Outriders.
Outriders. Yeah, she was hardcore, her.
Sort of a mashup of some badass women that were in my mind. Right, so that is the D&D piece. Beardy's news roundup is on hold while the pandemic starts to hopefully come to a slight pause, at least here in the UK. Although the news coming out of some of the other countries around the world, especially India, is rather fucking dire. So if you are able to and can donate to things like the World Health Organization and the India Relief Aid organizations, please do so because Jesus Christ, they fucking need it. Yeah. So there is that. Next week's episode topic. We're still working on it. We have a shit ton of topics. We don't know which ones to do. So if you have something that you would like us to do or think would be a great topic, drop it in the comments, email us, contact us on Twitter or Instagram, or here, Twitch. We've got things like
Slide into the DMs like a slippery snake.
Tiggs wants everybody to slide into his DMs, so you do
It's his
you.
purpose in life.
He's very slithery.
DM me, girl.
Right. So on to this week's rules. Now, as I said, this week we are playing a game. We will take turns describing a game from our very large list that we have compiled. Now, we're going to describe it very fucking badly because, number one, that's kind of the limit of our abilities, and number two, because that kind of makes it fun, and the rest of us will have to guess it. Points for correct answers will be awarded, and the winner at the end of the show gets the epic prize of bragging rights, because that's really all we have to give out. Our list of games is like 25 long, so we haven't got to just guess from all the games in the world, because that would be ridiculous and we'd never finish. So we've got a list that we have to choose from. We don't know who is choosing what from the list. We have been very secretive with our picks.
Yes, we have.
And it's going to be awesome. Now, you may have also noticed that throughout the week, we have been asking you, the listeners, on our social media for submissions, and we have had some nibbles. So, as we go through, please stay tuned and listen if you're on the Twitch. And Beardy, I think, will keep us going with who we've got. And then I guess at the end of the first round, what we'll do is if we've got anybody, any of the submissions that are in Twitch, because we need you to be in the Twitch chat to tell us what the right answer is. Otherwise, we'll never finish.
So
4 years later.
The list of people that we've got is Alan J, otherwise known as @Bussy Tycoon, Mario, otherwise known at Monst Animation, and then Northern Nudist @Chubrutin, who is already in the chat. I've seen him already. So we will read out your submissions later on in the show. So if you are here, give us a wave so we know that you're here. If you don't, let us know, and then we will not be reading it out because we'll never guess it. Sorry about it.
Excellent. So we've got some listener submissions even.
I'm stoked for this episode. I really am. It's like basically me in every episode, to be fair. But what I found was it's actually quite different. It's different whenever you're just shit at describing things, but whenever you have to try and be shit, I was struggled massively.
Well, I wrote little stories.
Did you?
Yeah, I've got little stories.
Yeah.
So my sort of my way of doing it was I was finding other people who had described games badly and then using them as inspiration to make it even more terribler.
Oh, that's cool.
These might be really fucking terrible.
Mines are right out of my brain, so that's going to be fucking terrible. So it's a weird place in there.
Oh, okay. So we're going to do at least, 2 rounds, because that's all I've written down. I only had enough inspiration for 2 rounds before I had to go. I got vaccinated today, y'all. Bill Gates is going to be taking control of my body, but it also meant I didn't have enough time to write 3, so I've only got 2. And my arm's not dying yet, so we should be good. Tomorrow might be a different story. We'll see. Me and the old AstraZeneca microchips.
Oh yeah.
It's all right. Soon I'll be double penetrated, and then I'll be able to go out and lick doorknobs.
Get better cell phone signal too.
Right? I'm gonna get 5G up in here.
Better cell phone signal. Whilst you're licking doorknobs.
Yeah, she's her own Wi-Fi.
Oh, fucking brilliant. Yeah. Everybody loves a hotspot.
I just got a quick correction. I said Northern
No, wait. I stand corrected. Now
Yeah.
you may continue.
I said northern nudist, and it's not. It's North Ants nudist. I just read it wrong. He just corrected me in the chat, so sorry about it. Apparently my eyeballs aren't working today.
Not far from me.
Mm.
Repping the Midlands. Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop.
What's that noise?
Boop, 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 boop.
No, it's that
Consider-
fucking weird alien thing from last week.
Bill and Ted's Weird Adventure over there. All right. Are we ready for
Yes.
round one?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to start on my screen in a circle that goes that way. That I've forgotten which direction that's called. That's my virus.
Clockwise.
veins
Clockwise.
kicking in. Is it?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's anti-clockwise. That's because you're reversing it on your
Oh, yeah.
camera. That's. I was like, that's not the way the clock goes.
Who knows
You
at this
learn-
point? Pandemic.
Who knows?
Time is a flat circle.
It's a construct, guys, like gender. Right. So that means number one on the list goes to Bot. You get to kick us off.
So, if I understand correctly, I give my bad gaming description, and then you guys have to try to figure it out which one it is.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Well, my first one is going to be you are a prisoner who has to close a bunch of gates and seek out the last heir to a long reigning dynasty.
Well, that's us all fucking stumped in it.
No,
First
no.
Tune in next week. Well, we'll still be here trying to work out the answer to this riddle.
You are a prisoner trying to shut a load of gates.
Seek out the last heir to a long reigning dynasty.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Skies of Arcadia, just because
I think.
that's the no.
I think it's Oblivion.
Ding,
I
ding, 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 ding,
agree.
ding.
You're searching for the Nerevarine, motherfuckers.
Yes.
Llama is correct. It is Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Them gates. There's so many every time I found another one of them gates, I was like, God damn, I gotta close another one.
Mhm.
Oh.
Back.
Good game, though.
700 points to me.
700.
Yep, I told you. I'm in
feel
charge
like-
of points.
Yeah.
This point system's a little off.
Look, if you're gonna put an American who went through the American public school system in charge of math, that's on you.
Hey, at least we got out before Common Core was the thing.
True.
Excellent. Excellent.
They were all like, you better learn this. You're not gonna have a calculator and a computer in front of you at all time. I
Bullshit.
got Excel, motherfuckers.
Mm. And an iPhone.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but I can write a formula.
Auto sum.
I don't even have to write it. I just click the auto sum button and it tells me it's
Yep.
fine. Or I Google it. Google, what is the square root of this? I haven't
Yeah.
needed the square root of anything in my whole life. I don't know why I use that as an example.
Everyone loves a good square root.
And now you got Alexa. Alexa, what's 10 plus 2?
Oh, great. You just set off everybody's Alexa that's listening.
No, I know better because I mute that bitch before I come on here. She's
Oh,
always
yeah.
shouting at me during
I forgot
podcasts.
to mute. She's muted now.
I mean, I think you should be okay, Tiggs, because you've got headphones on. She's not going to hear me.
Well, I was going to say, I've been watching Schitt's Creek recently, and Alexis sets off my Alexa, whatever they say, Alexis. And I'm just sat there, and she's like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, don't do that.
That's why I prefer the Google Home stuff, because you actually have to say like hey or okay in front of it, and it doesn't get triggered very often. Though when it does get triggered, I'll be watching something and it'll light up and like start putting it on. I'm like, what the hell word was it that you heard that thought was Google? But whatever.
My Alexa's set to echo. So, like, I have to say echo for it to respond. But for some reason, it just turns itself on randomly. And I'm like, nobody said echo. And echo is a very specific word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
Mhm.
Yeah, they are weird because I came home one day from work pre-pandemic, and I would leave Radio 2 on and the one in the lounge for the cats whenever I'm out. But one of the cats had managed to play some music in the one in the bedroom, and there was no music playing whenever I got up that morning. And I was like, how did you do that? What did you do? Can you secretly talk?
Maybe they
Probably.
can. I always
Yeah.
keep thinking I want to change it to say, because I think computer is one of the options, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very
something
Star
like that.
Trekky vibes.
That's the
I kind of
best
want
option.
it. I kind of want it to be like computer. Set the auto bay doors to Decepticon. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
That was like 3 different mesh matches right there.
That was the most awesome mashup I've ever heard. Oh, llama.
Set the auto bay doors to Decepticon. I like that.
That was amazing. Amazing.
That's
Have I
getting
just been
added to my
kicked
own
out of the nerd
lexicon.
club?
Yeah. You've just offended like 50% of the nerd community.
Yeah. But whenever you come to visit Llama, I want to record you saying that on my phone, and then I want that as my ringtone.
I will do that for you.
Just throwing Doctor in there so we can get all the Doctor Who fans too.
Yeah,
I can
For
make
sure.
that happen.
yeah.
Right. I am in the lead with 700 points. Well done to me. Beardy, you get to go next.
Oh, lovely. Got me a little story time here.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh boy.
So, boys and girls, strap in.
Strap on, got it.
There once was a twink. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to do that one later.
That's what he said.
Below I'm not even getting there yet. A below minimum wage worker finds out that his boss lied to him. He thought he was getting minimum wage, but the company is just exploiting the staff. Not only that, but he finds out that he and his buddies aren't allowed any vacation time or allowed to leave the company grounds. He forms the very first trade union, and their first order of business is to get the fuck out. Unfortunately for the workers, the company hasn't been following the Health and Safety Act for work of 1974, and the place is a death trap. But the boss has also employed a local military company to lock down the whole place with a strict kill-on-sight order to kill anybody in the trade union. But the trade union rep isn't going to let that stop him. He gathers the workers high and low in the company and convinces them to escape with him. Unfortunately, many of his co-workers die trying to escape, but they pull it
I know
off.
what it is.
And their final fuck you to the boss is they blow the place up and run off into the sunset to live happily ever after
That is fucking
until
brilliant.
the sequel.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
I haven't got a clue.
Should we all say what we think it is, and then
Yeah.
Beardy can tell us who's right?
Yeah.
I'll go last because I'm pretty sure I'm right.
I'm gonna guess Kirby's Adventure.
Nope.
Nope.
Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes!
I wasn't 100% sure on that one.
Yep.
It's been a long time since I played that game.
Follow me.
Follow
Follow
me.
me. Brilliant.
I was going to try and
was
some
brilliant.
put some like fart jokes and stuff in there, but I didn't want to give it away too much.
That was brilliant, Beardy. I loved that. That was such a good description.
I feel so much worse about my descriptions now.
Oh, don't worry. Mine are gonna bring it back down. Mine are not that imaginative.
Excellent.
All right. Tiggs.
Okay.
Break it
This
down
key-
for us.
Nobody
This
gets any
game's
points,
been
that right?
Oh no, sorry, yeah. Well, you both guessed it at the same time.
Even points?
Yeah, so whatever
give
you
you
was going to
both-
score it, just split it between them.
I will give you both 200 points.
Yay!
You're still losers, but you're not that big a loser. Well done.
Not like the time I was on minus points.
Yeah, you're not on minus points yet.
Give
Not
it time.
Yeah, it always happens eventually. Right, this came to me in bed one night.
Oh Jesus.
Get ready for a story. This is
Right.
good.
There are too many setups for jokes on our podcast.
I think it's just all our lives. I think we're very connected in that way. A nondescript narcoleptic stops having dreams which sends him into an uncontrollable spiral of psychotic paranoia. This psychotic break leaves our narcoleptic believing there is a magical source of dreams, and the only way to restore the balance is to reunite a magical rod that will restore their dreams. Cue our narcoleptic becoming a serial killer on his quest to get his rod, sucking the life force out of his enemies and wearing their faces as masks, believing they give him special abilities. His delusional murder rampage, defeating evil bosses, finally ends when he reunites the pieces of his rod and his psychotic break ends.
Oh, I know what this is.
Yeah, I think I know what this is as well.
The rod gave it away.
Did you like that? I've rehearsed reading that. You wouldn't know from the fact I was looking at the page, but I rehearsed it at least half a dozen times today.
Is our protagonist pink and round?
Yeah, and he likes the rod.
Insatiable one, that one.
He is. He likes the rod and sucking the life force out of people.
All right, go on then. What's the
It's Kirby. It's got to be Kirby.
Well, I was gonna say Zelda just because of the mask thing, wearing masks. But then I'm not sure if Link's Awakening has masks in it.
Or hats. I would have thought it was hats.
Llama?
I haven't got a clue.
You have to guess though.
Skies of Arcadia.
When in doubt, go for Skies of Arcadia.
I don't know. It
Bob,
sounds
right?
like magic wandy. Arcadia wands. I don't know.
That's right. It was Kirby's Adventure, released in 1993 on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Sweet.
Digimon says, I think you're thinking of Majora's Mask. I am thinking of Majora's Mask.
Yes,
Yes,
you
that's
are.
correct.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so then Bot, I will give you another. I mean, that one was hard, so I'll give you 300 points for that. Beardy, I don't think you have any points.
Nope.
That sucks to be you.
Yeah, true story.
It's terrible.
Oh no, Beardy, we love you.
Right.
Go on then, Llama.
Well, it's my turn now. So, a drug-fueled psychopath kicks fresh animal corpses at his enemies while chasing down the fate of a woman. That's all I got.
Sweet fucking Jesus. Can you say that one more time for me?
A drug-fueled psychopath kicks fresh animal corpses at his enemies while chasing down the fate of a woman.
That's The Sims, right?
Totally.
I think it's Fallout New Vegas.
I'm
never played
going to
that game.
go with Skies of Arcadia.
No.
Digital Monks and Mario.
Is it Outer Worlds?
No.
No.
Is that all of the guesses from the co-host?
Do we get two guesses, or do we just have one? No, just one guess. All right, I'm going Sims.
Well, Digital Monk gets the points.
Ooh,
Mario.
Well done, Digital Monk.
From the audience.
Right, read the description
Digital Monk,
again.
you
Now
get
we know
200
it.
points. A drug-fueled psychopath kicks fresh animal corpses at his enemies while chasing down the fate of a woman.
That is really fucking clever,
Yeah,
Lava.
that's good.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, because he's eating all the mushrooms, and then he jumps on those poor little turtles and throws their shells at everybody. I didn't even go with the communist thing, because I knew as soon as I said communist, y'all would
That
know
would
it was
be
Super
it.
Mario.
This is
Poorly paid plumber.
yeah.
You would have known. I had to leave all the plumber bits out.
I was thinking about Mario, but I was like, no, I can't do it because if I say anything to do with plumbing or dungarees or communists.
I know
Or
that one
butt
was
plugs.
really hard because I had to skip all the obvious stuff. So well done. We got 200 points in the audience.
Yes.
And Beardy still got 0. Jesus, Beardy, what the fuck?
I know.
I'm gonna give you -10 for that.
Yes. You're minus points for a change. It's usually me.
Stop gloating or you'll lose points.
I shouldn't. Sorry. I shouldn't laugh at that. I am sorry.
My chat's frozen again. I don't know what's wrong with this iPad.
It's an iPad.
Right. Probably.
Triggered.
Right. So that is the end of the co-host round 1. Do we want to do a listener submission?
Let's do a listener submission. Yeah.
Maybe you can get out of the minus ones here, Beardy.
Know that Northern Ants Nudist is in the chat, so why don't we go with his?
Northern Ants. North Ants?
North Ants, yeah. Why can't I read that? I put my glasses on, really, shouldn't I? You want me to read it out? Or
Go on then.
Yes.
pretty game, lovely plates. But God, the begging. Flip me over, Daddy, and call me Maureen.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Maybe it's one of them cooking ones, where you've got to like do the cooking.
Beardy, can we hear it again?
Pretty game, lovely plates. But God, the begging. Flip me over, Daddy, and call me Maureen.
Silence. The silent podcast.
It's the sound of my brain thinking. What you can't smell is the burning.
Hmm.
That doesn't come through on the podcast. Spotify does. You have to pay extra for that on Spotify.
In all fairness, I have no fucking idea what this could be, so.
Flip me
Yeah.
over and call me. See, I'm thinking it's one of those like the cooking simulation one sort of thing.
Like Cooking Time? Isn't that one of the games? Thought it was one.
Maybe.
Oh, I think we have a thing here. So he's just dropped in it saying beginning. Is beginning the name, or is it supposed to be but God the beginning? Because it says begging on the
God, the beginning.
God the beginning. Ah, right, okay.
So, pretty game, lovely plates, but God, the beginning.
Flip me over, Daddy, and
Lovely
call me
plates.
Maureen.
Lovely plates.
So he said he was going to submit something and I would get it straight away, but I'm actually not getting this.
This is like one of those British things where they're like plates of meat means feet, and it's like a trick. Is this a Cockney trick?
I ain't getting that then.
Tomb Raider.
Just Tomb Raider.
Oh,
Lovely plates. How does that do with Tomb Raider? I haven't played much of the Tomb Raider games.
Yes. Is it Tomb Raider? I mean, that was just a wild fucking guess.
fucking hell. Was it Tomb Raider?
I'll wait for the chat to catch up. Anyone?
Platts.
Platts.
Oh, Laura.
Ah, right, yeah.
Laura Potts. All right.
You can't read, Beardy.
No, it says plates on the tweet.
Okay.
Damn my fingers. Llama says that sometimes too, don't worry.
I am a professional lesbian. I'm good fingers.
Pew pew.
Okay, so we got no points for that one. Sorry, we suck.
Come in, I got it right.
Oh yeah, you did.
There you go. He's out of the
Beardy.
negative points.
Sorry, I will give you. I'll give you 500 points for that because that was a hard
Oh,
one.
it's not Tomb Raider. It's not Tomb Raider.
Oh, it's not Tomb Raider.
Oh, I do know what it is.
What is it?
Go on then, Tiggs.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
The plats, the begging, or the beginning, the begging. No, wait. Read it again with the actual words.
Pretty game, lovely plots, but God, the beginning, flip me over, Daddy, and call me Maureen. Oh, that's Rost. Yes, it's Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, you can say.
Right.
Hang on. Let the chat catch up.
Bingo.
Yes.
You got no
Ding, ding,
points.
ding, ding.
Flip me
Reverse
over,
points.
Daddy. Yes, Rost. Yes.
Fuck you all.
I think that puts Tiggs tied with Llama now.
Well done, Tiggs. You are now tied with me. Don't let it go to your head.
I'm on cloud 9 right now.
Okay, that's the end of round 1.
That was really good fun.
Tiggs and I are in the lead.
Yes.
Beardy's bringing up the bottom, as normal.
Way.
I mean, I don't mind looking after the bottom, so, you know.
Way.
Although Bot's not far behind. You're on 500.
Nice.
I said I wouldn't keep track, but I am doing a little bit. Don't worry, I'm going to make up the winner, so it's fine. Don't get your expectations.
And the
too
winner
high.
is the internet service provider who gets all the money from us to stream.
All the time.
Amazing.
Okay, round 2 begins. Begin! Did you guys ever watch Epic Rap Battles of History?
Yes.
I fucking love that show.
I love that show.
Rap
So good.
Battles of History! Begin!
They actually have it on Spotify too. You can listen to them in your car if you want.
Oh, I love them. My favorite one was I think it was Obama versus Mitt Romney when Abraham
That
Lincoln
was-
comes in at the end.
Oh, my favorite is Isaac Newton and Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Oh my God.
Because Neil deGrasse Tyson comes in at the end, spoiler, and it's great.
Martin Luther King versus Gandhi.
Gandhi. Mm-hmm. They're all great.
Violence.
Highly suggested.
You gotta watch them. They're terribly
Watch later.
amazing.
Keep watching us for now.
Yeah, no, don't watch
that.
them now. Come back. Don't watch them now. Come back. Stay here. Right, round 2. Bot, kick us off.
All right. A water polo celebrity travels to the future to fight a giant whale that's actually his dad.
Oh, I know what this is.
A celebrity polo player.
I know what it is.
Water polo celebrity travels to the future to fight a giant whale that's
I know what it
actually
is.
his dad.
I know what it is. I don't even need to look at the list. I know. Can I say?
Go on then.
Well, let's give Llama and Beardy a shot first.
Shall I write down my answer so then you know I'm not
yeah,
cheating?
go on then.
Right, that's fine. We'll do
I
that.
think that it is Skies of Acadia.
This is just your stud.
Is it Sims?
No, unfortunately. There's neither
I
of
don't
those.
know any game where you're fighting a whale.
Tiggs is correct.
Final Fantasy X. Thank you very much. Ding, 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 ding,
Yes.
ding. I'm actually quite good at this game. I'm usually shit at games.
No, Digital Monk got it right in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Digital Monk, you're winning. I mean, you're
You
not
are
beating me,
winning.
obviously, but you're doing well. Tiggs, you get some points for that. I will give you I'll give you 200 points for that.
In the lead now.
I mean, she's going to make up
Enjoy
the
it
winner
while you
anyway. I know. I'm just going to
I
enjoy
hope we get
it.
to a round 3 because I've got a good one for the last one.
If we get to round 3, I don't have anything made up, so I'm going to have to make it up on the fly.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah,
okay.
same.
Same.
But that might actually be quite funny.
Okay. Where are we going next? Let's go with Beardy next.
Story time.
Oh,
I love
here we
this.
go.
I'm getting ready. I'm getting comfy. Hang on, Beardy. Hang on.
Hold on, turn to the side.
Yeah.
Lean back.
Yeah.
I'm
You
ready.
ready?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, there was a twink who needed a job. He looked in the local newspaper and found one. He applied and got the job. But just before he was about to start, he was told not to bother coming. But he was desperate for that daddy money, and he turned up anyway. Turns out he's a hit, and everyone he meets is after a bite. He meets the biggest daddy of all, who chases him around. As much as the twink boy wants the job for the money, this guy's just too much. He teams up with a femme fatale and ends up underground, but the chase is still on. Fed up, he goes after the people that arranged for the twink mob in the first place and turns up at their secret registered address. But it's full of twink-hungry peeps, so he gets trapped. He can't find anyone to pay him, so he decides that he'll take something valuable. It was the femme fatale's idea, and makes a run for it. Only the big boss daddy has other ideas and chases him down. Twinkie Boy has had enough and faces off with big boss daddy and wins with a little help. Although he did lose his valuable plunder and escaped by train, vowing to find the people who had hired him and hunt them down and promise to do whatever it takes to make them pay.
That was awesome.
This is
I
obviously
think-
Skies of Arcadia.
Obviously.
I'm going with that.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, this is clearly one of the Final Fantasies. I don't play them, so I've got no fucking clue. which
You
one.
see, I originally thought Final Fantasy VII, but it's not on the list, so I don't think it is that.
There's like 23 of them on the list, and I don't know any of them.
Second guess, Duck Hunt.
I spent hours trying to come up with one for Duck Hunt.
Oh,
I couldn't come up with one that wouldn't give it away.
is it Pokemon?
Nope.
Oh, motherfucker.
Fallout New Vegas?
Nope.
Resident Evil 2?
Yes.
Yeah!
I wondered if it was Resident
Evil 2. The twink being Leon Kennedy, he starts his job at the RPD but gets told to stay away, but he goes there anyway because he thinks they're going to need his help. As soon as he gets there, he gets chased down by all the zombies that are trying to take a bite out of him, and then gets chased by Big Daddy himself, Mr. X. He teams up with a femme fatale, aka Ada Wong, and they go underground to the secret Nest Lab. He tells him to steal the G virus, which he does, and they end up in a fight, but he loses it. And then he takes down Mr. X, jumps on a train, and vows to hunt down Umbrella and stop them.
I couldn't
That
remember if he
is
was the guy
awesome.
with the giant arms. I was like, well, he's not a twink.
Chris,
Sounds Final Fantasy to me.
I thought it was 7. I thought it was Cloud you were on about originally. And I was like,
Right, who got that one?
Tiggs.
me.
Jesus Christ, Tiggs. I'm going to give you minus 300 for showing off.
That's not my fault. No.
Fine, you get another 200.
This is just making up for the fact that it was so bad at picking a choice for Beardy whenever we were doing the Shagmari and Avoid or Snogmari Avoid. God, that was awful, my choice for you.
Right. Tiggs.
Right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I think I need a drink of water before I do this. Story time again. Gambling addicted so-called heroes have a compulsion to perform the time warp. This act, like a trippy psychoactive drug, causes them to go on spirit journeys back to previous incarnations in order to solve a mystery of immense magical multitude that will result in the time-bending supreme being destroying the world. On their adventure, they come across many unconventional and powerful reluctant assistants, which they force into slavery by kicking the shit out of them in order to aid their righteous cause. Discuss.
Is it Pokemon?
Do you know what it could have been?
I think it's a Final Fantasy game.
I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah, I was going to go with 8 as well.
Yes.
That was a complete guess. I have never played that game. I have no idea.
So the game in 8 was called Triple Triad, and lots of people really loved that mini game. And it was so much so that there's like mobile apps that you can just play Triple Triad on. It's a card game. And they kept having flashbacks to the past and what Laguna and those guys were doing. And a sorceress is trying to basically end the world and compress time, Ultimacia. And she's taking over people's bodies.
Sounds like a pretty typical Final Fantasy storyline.
It is, and their reluctant assistance with the Guardian forces, they kicked the shit out of them, and then they kept them to work for them. Job done. That was my first ever Final Fantasy, that one. It was amazing. I loved Squall. I wanted a scar like here, like Squall, for ages. It's a good thing I didn't do that because I lost my hair in the end.
Could you imagine? Just like a regular thug.
Yeah. I mean, I look like a thug anyway, never mind. Oh my god.
Okay, so Beardy, that gets you out of the hole. Well done.
What if he doesn't want to come out of the hole?
I mean, I did
he's
wonder.
Having a nice time in there. Is it nice, Beardy?
It's moist.
Roomy.
Warm. Like a good toaster pocket.
Right. Moving swiftly on.
Yes, I think we better before it gets any worse.
Right, so now it's time for my final one, and then we'll do another listener submission. So, are we ready?
I'm ready.
While delivering the mail, you take a slug to the brain, wake up ultra confused, and end up refereeing a fight between the remnants of an authoritarian government and sad Roman cosplayers over a dusty wall.
I know this one.
More time, Llama.
While delivering the mail, you take a slug to the brain, wake up ultra confused, and end up refereeing a fight between the remnants of an authoritarian government and sad Roman cosplayers over a dusty wall.
I'll guess, but I don't think I've got it.
Zelda. Link-a-winking.
It is not Zelda.
Morrowind.
It is not Morrowind.
Is it Fallout New Vegas?
It is Fallout New Vegas.
Ding, ding.
Well done, Beardy.
I spent like 45 minutes trying to make one for Duck Hunt, though. I really badly wanted a Duck Hunt one.
Brutal hunter and his malicious pet hunt down local waterfowl in a brutal revenge for pooping on his car.
Thing is, as soon as you say, it's like you go on a shooting spree, but as soon as you say like ducks or waterfowl and a dog, like everybody knows it's Duck Hunt.
Yeah, but like
anything.
The last 2 generations weren't alive to play that game. So, like,
yeah, but we're old and dusty, and it's us we're playing against.
Hey, I may be old, but I ain't dusty. I ain't dusty girl.
Okay, I've just written my third story.
Oh god!
I was wondering what you were doing. Balls.
It's like Final Jeopardy.
Oh,
Let's do a reader one. Let's do a reader one.
Yeah, let's do one more listener submission. Who have we got that's still in the chat? Read them out.
Well, I'm gonna go with the
Butsy?
one that I already know the answer to, which is Bussies. I don't know if he's in the chat, but I know what the answer to this game is. So,
then you can't play.
I'm not gonna even answer. But rich white woman who's probably a Tory invades foreign lands and kills indigenous people to steal their shit. Actually, it's probably on the back of the box.
That's gonna be Tomb Raider, isn't it?
Is it Tomb Raider? Brilliant. How dare you slate Laura?
He ain't wrong though. Where's the
yeah.
lie?
Leave Laura alone. Justice for Laura.
I mean, she is all about that cultural appropriation, isn't she?
Give that shit back, Laura.
Oh, Bussy
It
is
is
here.
Laura. Yeah, hey, Bussy. You're very quiet in the chat. You're not usually that quiet. Hey,
I
girl.
You do sort of wonder, like, I mean, is there an appropriate time where it's not grave robbing? Like, what's the timeline between grave robbing and tomb raiding, or like exploration?
Oh, I saw
Basically, I
a
think you
joke
should
about this
stay
the
out
other
of dead
week.
people's homes.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
should
when
you-
does it become archaeology? You know?
That's the question.
Yeah, but if
I
you
mean,
look at
it's got to
games,
be
right?
like 100 years minimum.
like the Antiques Act. After
Yeah.
75 years, it's okay.
Yeah.
But whenever you look at games, right? Even like games where the person's a real hero or whatever, he or she robs every fucker whenever they go into their house. They take their food, they take whatever's in their chests, all this sort of stuff. And like, is it bad that it doesn't even click in my brain that that's wrong? I'm just like, give me this stuff, give me
And
this
then
stuff.
if I'm in a shop, I sell it back to them.
Yeah.
I stole all your shit and I sell it back to you because I need money. I am poor.
I enjoy going in and breaking all the pots that they've kept all their money in, and
Yeah. There's another one in the chat now. A high school kid moves into a small town and finds himself in a mystery where him and his friends are trying to save over the world by enslaving monsters and getting into TVs. I know what that is.
Oh.
Shall I
Pokemon.
read it one more time? No, not
Yeah,
Pokemon.
read it one more time. Read it one more time.
Okay, let me just put on my reading voice. High school kid moves into a small town and finds himself in a mystery where him and his friends are trying to save over the world by enslaving monsters and getting into TVs. I know exactly what that is. I think I do. Go. Beardy.
I don't know if it's to save the world or take over the world, but I'm gonna go with Pokemon.
Llama.
I've got no idea.
I will go with Digimon. And our survey said, whilst we all wait whilst the chat catches up,
Digimon, digital.
Digital monsters, Digimon are the champions.
What a great show!
It was amazing.
My
Persona 4.
Yeah, my other thought was going to be a Persona.
This is good. That was a really good
Yep.
description.
Love it.
Right, are we going for another round?
Another round, yeah?
Should we do a bonus round where we have to make shit up?
Yeah.
Although
Yes.
bots made one up already.
I've got one.
Yeah. Bot's got one.
We'll start with you, Bot. Let's
Does
do
it
one
have to
more
be
round.
All right.
Does it have to be from the list?
Has to be from the list.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Gruff Gun for Hire spends too much time in the freezer, and then too much time in the microwave, and then tries to save a bunch of other weirdos.
I wasn't listening all the way. Like, read it again.
Let me get my reading voice on and borrow it from James. Gruff Gun for Hire spends too much time in a freezer, then too much time in the microwave, and then tries to save a bunch of other weirdos.
That is fucking brilliant, Bot. That is such a good description. I mean, I have no fucking clue what it is, but
I'm going to go with Outer Worlds.
I will agree with you at Outer Worlds as well.
Close, but not quite.
Oh, I know what it is. Outriders.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
I can see how it'd be Outer Worlds, though.
Yeah.
Outer Worlds would be pretty close too. But I figured the lightning storm thing was the better for the microwave part.
Yep.
That is brilliant. That's awesome. That's so good.
That was my favorite one.
That's really good. I really, really like that one. I'm trying to think of one now for my third one.
think my chair's slowly been going down throughout the entire episode because I've just had to put it back up again.
Nah, you're just getting shorter.
There's a huge gap between my desk and the top of my chair arms. Like, when's that happened?
Just
It's
give
like
your
Mario.
chair Viagra.
It's like Mario. You took damage, and now you're just getting smaller.
Yeah.
Eat some mushrooms.
Eat some mushrooms, baby. Go tripping.
Eat some mushrooms. Punch a turtle.
Punch a turtle.
Corpses. Okay. Beardy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm
Go
not
on then.
ready. I'm just going to make it up on the fly.
I am God. Bow down and pray for my favor. And I, the Almighty, shall adorn thee with gifts. Smite thee, and I shall smite thee back. For I am the Alpha and the Omega. Work, bring me coin, and I will make your bills paid. And maybe live my choices. Remember, O thou devout follower, you are replaceable.
Oh my fucking god. And you made that up just now?
Yeah.
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 Sims. That's gotta be Sims.
I was gonna say Super Smash Brothers.
I was going to say Super Smash Brothers as well.
It's The Sims.
Definitely the god of the Sims.
That is brilliant.
And we replace the fuck out of them.
Yup.
You could have had the little green gem over the head as like a clue.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love that.
That is brilliant.
All right. I'll go next, Tiggs. I'll give you a few extra minutes.
Thank you.
Okay. Although you might not like me because I might distract you. All right. A young kid cuts grass with a sword and steals everything he finds. That is all I can remember. from that.
Little green bastard.
What are you talking about,
I'm gonna say Zelda Link's Awakening.
I don't know the rest of the game, but that's all I ever do in Zelda.
I'm going with Skies of Arcadia.
I mean, it could be.
That's a description of the evening right there.
Short and sweet.
Well, I think Beardy got points for that.
Oh my god. I've written down 4 words so far, so this is gonna be totally on the fly.
Go on then.
I got a short one if you need a minute, Tiggs.
Yeah, go.
All right, here's one. Robots go crazy and get killed by a lesbian and a monkey.
Oh, I love lesbians.
Is this on the list?
Mm-hmm.
Robots get what?
Is it
Robots
Skies,
go
Skies of
crazy
Arcadia?
Overwatch.
Oh
Overwatch.
yeah.
That is correct.
It's the only game on
really
there
good.
that's got a lesbian I can think of.
Mm.
I fucking love her. Tracer here. Do you ever get that feeling of deja vu? She's absolutely amazing. Right. I'm just going to make this up on the fly.
Go on then.
Right. A forceful gangbang where everyone's...
Pokemon.
Pokemon. A forceful gangbang where everybody's crawling to the top to get to the massive fist and defeat it.
Super Smash Brothers.
I just wanted to say a massive...
My Super Smash
Tiny
Brothers one was going to be cute, lovable mascots brutalize one another for no discernible reason.
Oh, that's a good Smash Brothers one.
See, I would have gone for Pokemon with that description.
Mm. That was going to be my like dog fighting one or like fight animal fighting club.
Yeah, I was thinking about something along the same lines, but I was like, it's a bit obvious.
Yeah,
Like, as soon
some
as
of
you
them
go
are hard
fighting animals, it's a big one.
Digimon. No.
Digimon. We've got another one in the chat.
What we got?
Right. Just let me read it first, and then I'll do my voice.
I know what it is. I know what the
Right,
game is
okay.
already.
I'm not reading the chat, so this is a surprise for me.
My chat's broke.
Right, are you ready for the surprise, Anthony? Sitting
Go on.
comfortably. A survivor from a plane crash ends up in an underwater city where everyone went nuts. And now he must kindly follow the instructions of someone that he doesn't know if he can trust.
Would you kindly say it's Bioshock?
I thought it was Bioshock. I know
Yeah.
Yeah, Bioshock.
That's
Oh,
very
I
good.
love that game.
Still one of my
I think-
favorite openings to a game.
Oh, yeah.
My
Oh,
favorite
we've-
opening to a game, Final Fantasy X-2, with its song.
How you slid back in the chair.
Yeah.
We've got one final reader submission from the old
Go
Twitter
then.
from Mario, who is wants animation in the chat right now. He says, sports player attacked during the middle of a match by a giant whale and thinks he's ended up in the future along with his father's friend.
Final Fantasy X.
Fantasy and these fucking whales.
That was my whale impression.
Yeah.
Is it like a thing over there in that franchise?
There's not always.
You can call me daddy.
Your limiter cut like 90% of that
damn.
out.
Yeah.
But the facial expressions were good.
That was amazing.
Speaking whale.
Were you?
Yeah, like Dory.
Oh,
Keep swimming.
well, the results, if you should like to hear them,
Yes.
I actually added them up. They may or may not be mathematically correct because math. Beardy with your -10, you then did all right, and you ended up with 590.
590.
well done, you. But you then got several good rounds and ended up with 700 points. So well done,
Yes, queen.
700 points.
you. Pigs, you had a strong showing with 900 points.
Wanker.
Yay!
However, none of you could touch Llama as normal, who's fucking amazing, put in a fucking brilliant round with 1,200 points. Well done, me. Helped by the 700 I awarded myself in the first round. Well done.
Fantastic. Well done,
Yay,
Lama.
well done, Llama.
Well done,
Yay.
everybody. Great round. Well
I
done.
was waiting
mostly
for
me.
it to be Llama like 7 million points.
It should have been 7 million points, shouldn't it? It would have been so
I
funny.
totally would have cheated if I hadn't won.
Skies of Arcadia.
Guys, we're kidding.
Skies of Arcadia. I don't even. Is that that's the World War II plane fighty game, isn't it?
Nope.
It's a
No.
Dreamcast game, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, and it was re-released on the GameCube where I played it, and you got to be like, it was really cool. It was like sort of like this. It was like a sea shanty piratey thing, but it was in the sky instead, and very JRPG. But then I only had one save file, and I made a mistake because you could be a pirate if you wanted, but I obviously want to be a protagonist. But I did something that made my ship have a pirate flag, and I was about maybe 40, 50 hours into the game, and I never played it since. Because I didn't want to be a pirate.
Fucked it.
Oh, that's sad.
I know. And it was a really good game as well, and it just fucking ruined it for me. And I was like, no.
Arms getting
Dressed
sore.
pirate fights long-standing world organization.
What was that?
Said well-dressed pirate fights against a long-standing world organization.
Skies of Arcadia.
We got one.
I put that in there as a red herring. I'm so glad he did.
Actually thinking Assassin's Creed Black Flag
Oh,
for that last
oh
week.
yeah,
Ooh.
that's a good one.
Very
I
good.
miss that game. I really hope they remaster it at some point or re-release it.
Mm. I
Well,
tell
they
you
turned
what,
out
though.
Assassin's Creed, though.
So I was gonna say this at the beginning, but we went on a really long tangent. So I want to go on a slight tangent here for a second. because I need to tell y'all what happened the other night. Just before we go on to what you've been playing. I was laying on the sofa. No, first I had a bath, right? Because bathing is important and you should have a bath. But then I didn't have a clean towel up in the bathroom. So I thought, well, I'll just dry my hair. I had like a dry washcloth. So I just dried my hair and thought, fine, I'll air dry because that's like, I'm an adult and I can air dry if I want to. So I was downstairs air drying as you do. And the cat walked past us with what sort of looked like a stick in his mouth. Now, Oompa, the cat in question, our tomcat, he's not a hunter. He's never brought any like animals in before. Before being the key word. But he was very pleased with himself. He had that sort of pleased strut as he walked past. And my wife was like, what has he got in his mouth? And I was like, I don't know, like a stick. She said, are you sure? I was like, no, I don't know. But by this point, he'd like walked past and gone upstairs. And she's like, well, the dog is very interested. And Murphy, the one who keeps jumping in and out of the window behind me, had like trotted off after him. And then I heard a bark and I was like, oh shit, okay. She goes, well, how sure are you it was a stick? And I was like, I'm not sure at all now. The dog's barking. So we go upstairs and the cat is there in the window behind me. The dog is also there in the window behind me. The curtains are open as they are now. Remember, I am still air drying. My wife is also air drying. The neighbors have a very good view of my office. The cat has a mouse in his mouth.
Oh,
the mouse
lovely.
is very much alive and very unhappy with this current situation. My dog, Murphy, is also very unhappy with the situation because she would like the mouse. Oompa would not like to give up the mouse. The mouse would not like to be there. My wife at this point hides behind me. She claims it's because she doesn't want the neighbors to see her tatas. I pointed out that perhaps it was because she was scared of the mouse. Now, never tell a butch lesbian she's scared of a mouse.
Danger zone.
Because in the middle of me holding a cat, holding a dog, and trying to like get her to get the mouse while she's hiding behind me, she's having an argument with me. I ain't scared of the mouse. And I was like, well, can you get the mouse? And she's like, well, no, because the curtains are open. And I was like, well, can you close the curtains? Because my hands are kind of full. What followed was 2 hours of shenanigans is the only real description of us trying to catch the mouse while corralling the cat and the dog. The other cats, both dogs, close curtains.
You were like Dick Dastardly and Muttley catch the fucking pigeon.
All you needed was that the Bernie Hill soundtrack music like playing in the background. Tatas flapping everywhere. The neighbors must have been like, "Can you see what those lesbians are doing it again? They're fucking weird. Look at how weird they are."
Oh my god!
I'm sure and like Umpus just walked in. I can hear you talking about me, Mama. So we lost the mouse in the end, in the studio room next door, which is the only room that's airtight because being a studio, it needs to be like soundproof. And he got behind the studio, the little TARDIS room in the wall, and I couldn't get to the mouse, so I had to order. Thank God for Amazon Prime, 24-hour delivery. Ordered one of those like little humane traps. Got it the next day. Filled it with peanut butter. Eventually caught the mouse and threw it outside. Nicely, gently threw it outside. Yeah, that's the fucker. That's the fucker. That's the fucker.
I just have an image
hunter.
of you. I just have an image of you, Llama, like naked, with a cat in front of one tata, a dog in front of the other, and someone painting you. Like, you know, like one of those
like a Renaissance painting. Yeah.
Paint me like one
Very
of your French
serious.
girls.
Yeah.
I'm ready for my painting, Mr. DeVille.
Yeah, absolutely. And like done in a very serious, very tasteful, artful way. With like one eyebrow quirked. Like
if anybody that's watching or listening to this podcast is good at knocking up a little bit of digital art, can you please make that artwork for us and post it to our Twitter account? Because I would absolutely love to see that. I have it mentally in my brain now. It's so funny.
While my wife's shouting, "I'm not scared of a mouse." Just hiding behind you for no particular reason.
That's amazing. Fucking love that. Love that.
And yet it was down to me to catch the mouse and deal with the mouse. But yeah, that was our shenanigans this week, which is why when we get to the what have you been playing this week, fuck all. I've been playing fuck all this week because it was all about catching a mouse, trapping a mouse, and getting the mouse out of the house.
There's
like
a
Dr. Seuss book gone
about
wrong.
this house.
I have a very sad mouse story.
Oh no!
From many moons ago. So this was back when I was living in the flats. I opened the cupboard one day. So we had the kitchen, living room was all like one thing, and at the end of the kitchen, bottom cupboard, the top cupboard had the boiler in it, and then the bottom cupboard we used as a dog cupboard. So that's where the dog food and everything else was. So this mouse had come up through the pipework, because where the pipes go was the little ventilation ducting. It's not like the outside world. Anyway, this mouse gets in. So I open this door, mouse runs out. So I spend the rest of the evening trying to catch this mouse. So I decide I'm going to create my own little mouse trap. So I get a whiskey tumbler and a 2p coin and like balance it so it's like a little thing, and then I put a piece of cheese in there, and I'm like, I am going to catch this mouse and I'm going to release it into the wild and it's going to be all fine. So I'm there, doesn't happen, nothing happens, anything else. I get up the next day, nothing happens, like still no mouse or whatever. So I'm like, okay, maybe this mouse has just gone back down and outside it's dealt with and stuff now. So I go to work, completely forgot about the glass. I come back from work and open the cupboard to go and put all the dog food and everything else away because we've obviously left it out. And the mouse is in the glass. And I'm like, oh my god, my trap worked! Yes! Oh wait, how long has it been there for?
Oh no.
And I accidentally suffocated it.
Ew.
I was so upset.
So you should be.
I was like, oh no, what a horrible way to go.
That is, wow.
Shame.
Shame.
If
I had a bell, I'd ring it. Yeah.
Yep. So
go outside your house now and walk naked down the street. Shame.
I am not doing that.
It's only on Friday nights he does that.
I am not
Saturday
Lana trying to
mornings.
catch a mouse. I did not need air drying.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So what have you been playing? Anything?
Well, I played a bit of Assassin's Creed during the week, and then Beardy talked me into Resident Evil Village. Now let's just put
you
this
did
into
a stream.
Yes,
Your very first.
I did Avengers. That was my first, and then I was like, well, should I stream it? Because it'd be quite funny because it's the first scary game I've played since probably the original Resident Evils or something, like 5 or 6.
Now, to put this into context, though, you are terrible at scary games. Like, fucking terrible at playing scary games. You scream consistently throughout all gameplay.
More or less.
Tell us, how did this go?
So I can't do scary things, right? And I have to have an interest in them to be able to watch them or do them. But it is tense. So all day on Friday, I was having a hand about getting it, and Beardy's like, just get it. You'll be fine. And I was like, right, okay, fuck it, I'm going to get it. Because it's all vampires and werewolves and stuff. And
Beardy,
I like
you lied
that.
to him.
I like that. So then I was like, well, now I've got it, do a stream it because it'd be funny. I mean, I might actually shit my pants, but it will actually be funny. So then on Friday night, I started streaming and I screamed my ass off. And Chubb and Beardy were watching and a few others as well. And it was really good fun. So then I was chatting and I was like, well, should I get a camera for tomorrow's stream? And it was like, yeah, get one. So went on to a friend Amazon, got a PS5 camera. Beardy helped me set it up last night. And sweet Jesus, it was fucking carnage. It was the most fun I think I've had in so long. I got raided by some amazing people that loved little musical references. So we were turning Resident Evil 8 Village into a musical, and there is a clip that someone recorded of me singing "We Just a Little Respect," not realizing that the big vampire girl, I can't pronounce her name, Bailey, what's her name?
Lady Dimitrescu.
Lady Dimitrescu was right fucking behind me, so I was running around singing "A Little Respect," and she's just here all of a sudden, and I totally shit my pants and scream. And it is, and I didn't realize that was what he sent me on Twitter until today, because I watched it today, and I was like, "Holy fuck, that was insane!" I forgot about that, but it was so much fun. The game is absolutely stunning. The HDR is amazing. No load times. Oh, it's so pretty. But I do shit my pants repeatedly and scream repeatedly. And there's some singing in there and there's a little bit of everything. So it's really good fun. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to stream the whole game.
I would say that as much as you sit here going, I'm constantly shitting myself and constantly screaming, you've not screamed that much. I mean, you've screamed at like the big stuff. Like, you've done very well. I think you've done very well to be able to get through it as relatively normal as any other normal person playing a spooky game. For somebody that hates spooky games, do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and I hate scary films, but the thing is my heart starts racing and then my body starts tensing and I can't do it. So then whenever something makes me scream, I like bounce. But what helps with actually streaming it that I found is you're talking to people that are watching. So whenever you talk, it diffuses the tension, and that helps. And I didn't know that would be a thing. So I'm really actually enjoying streaming it. It's really good fun. And you guys have helped me out massively because I do, like, sometimes I just start to panic and I run into walls and don't really know where I'm going. But yeah, it was really funny. I liked it, but they've got this crypt in it. Oh, well, no, I'm not going to say anything. But there is a crypt that was really scary and things came out of nowhere and I shit myself. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? So I don't want to spoil it because it's opening weekend, so I will not say any spoilers, but it is so much fun. So I'm going to be streaming that tonight again from 9. So if anybody wants to come and have a little sing song and see me shit my pants and all that sort of good stuff, you can, and see the cats. I screamed so loud last night that Cloud went and stood in the corner and just looked at me as if to go, what the fuck are you doing?
What is wrong?
I saw that picture.
He didn't come away from that corner for a good half hour. This is why I don't watch scary things. Stream them.
And we've got your little Twitch link thing in the notes, yeah? So people can just easily follow you.
Oh yeah. So yeah, takes time on Twitch, 9:00. It will be good fun. I'm really enjoying streaming. I know so much now why you love it so much, Beardy, because it is so much fun. Like, I couldn't believe how much fun I had last night. And if I was sitting playing that game on my own, I would have put it on for a little bit, and then I 100% would have turned it off. You see, the first night whenever I was playing it, and I was shitting myself at the very start, I'm not going to say much, but I started to shit myself and I started to feel panicky and I started to feel tense. If I had been sat at home alone, I would have turned it off, wouldn't play it anymore. 100%. So it's good. It's great. Yeah, really good fun.
Excellent. What about you, Bot? What you been playing?
Been busy as hell too, so not as much as I'd like. But Still playing my Genshin Impact game because I'm addicted to it because it's a good fun. And but also been playing some Valheim with my friend Hecto. And now I
Nice.
kind of want to pick up this Resident Evil game. It sounds pretty good.
Yes.
Do it. Pick it up and complete it, and we will do a review episode.
That would be amazing.
Oh, I just spent a load of money on the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, so I have to wait before I buy another game.
It's on sale, Llama, at Tesco, £40.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, if you is it a club card? It's a club card thing. If you have club card, you get it for 40 quid.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we do have a club card because we're super middle-aged.
Yeah. We're not middle-aged. We're resourceful.
Resourceful.
Well seasoned.
Well
Seasoned.
seasoned. Well,
I'm a lesbian with experience.
Like
how do you like your chicken?
And a Tesco club card.
Yeah. How do you like your chickens? Well seasoned.
I don't like them because I'm a vegan.
How do you like your eggplant? Well seasoned.
Well seasoned. Season that eggplant for me, bitch.
What about you, Beardy? What you been playing?
So I've been playing Final Fantasy 15. So I got like a little bit of a Final Fantasy book after 7, so I've been playing a few things. I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than I thought I was going to. I played a little bit of Oddworld Soulstorm, which is the new game that just came out in February, I think it was, or March. I think it was February. Which is a remake of the second Abe's Exodus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But the main thing that I've been playing for the last 48 hours has been Resident Evil 8. I have completed my first playthrough. So I'm going to go and do second playthrough tonight while Tiggs is streaming. I'm going to play and have him up on the stream, going back for some trophies and stuff. However, I'll save my opinions for when we do the review episode now, if Bot does want to get that game playthrough and stuff. But it is a very good game, and I would suggest it, even for those that aren't very good at horror games. I don't think it's that scary. There are some jumpy bits. And Tiggs is like, but it's not your classic horror. It's vampires and werewolves, which I don't think are generically scary. We've had all like the love stories and stuff with vampires and werewolves and stuff over the years. But I feel like that's not a very scary subject. And the game is daytime predominantly, apart from like when you go into like dungeons and stuff, obviously it's dark. But like the village and stuff, it's daytime. So I think that takes a little scarier to sound. And for me, it's more like the like scripted jump scares and like the odd bit that's a bit like ooh, like kind of thing.
I'm so scared to do the next bit now because that started creeping me out last night and I had to stop straight. I would have continued on, only I'd lost my nerve. Like I could feel myself getting tired, and as I get tired, like my ability to control things is not there. So if anything had happened, I would have screamed my ass off. My neighbors have a kid at 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. Like it would have been super loud. It wouldn't have been worth it. You know, like it was.
I want an entire game based on that second biome, let's say.
I don't, because it's already really fucking creeping me out. I would prefer the first place, and that scared the shit out of me, but the second place is really creeping me out.
However, I have a little story
Go on
about
then.
Resident
We got
Evil
time.
8 and Amazon.
Oh, yes! Yes!
Uh-oh.
Yes!
I'll allow it. Continue.
So I pre-ordered Resident Evil Village from Amazon, and as a pre-order, you get a pre-order bonus, which is normally something that happens with many a video game. And for anyone that's ever pre-ordered from Amazon before, you know that usually when a item is dispatched or the money has been taken for it, you will then receive an email saying, hey, you pre-ordered this game and here is your pre-order bonus. Now, this story is not a story about the pre-order code, the bonus. The bonus isn't even that relevant, to be honest with you. What is relevant is Amazon's piss poor customer service skills. So, Friday comes.
Spoiler alert, we're not sponsored by Amazon.
Yeah. Friday, the game comes, it arrives, everything else. I've not received this code. And my first thought is, maybe it is inside the packaging or inside the game case itself, because I pre-ordered the special Steelbook edition. I thought maybe, because sometimes they put codes and stuff in there. Anyway, open it up, not in there. So I grab my telephone, go to Amazon customer service and go, hey, like, pre-ordered this, but didn't get the code. Just wondering if you can help. I'm going to then now condense this into a very quick tale, because otherwise it's going to take me about half an hour to go through the whole thing. But,
yes, and but it wasn't a quick tale, and Beardy was texting me at this time.
Yes.
And everything that Beardy was saying, I heard him say in his voice and how he would say it. So I was walking around the shops going, will the buy Resi yet, will it not? And he was texting me throughout, and I was just busting into random laughter.
So, customer service agent number 1. Please help me. I'm missing my pre-order code. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? It's on your website. There's no such thing. But it's there on your website. No, it isn't. Yes, it is.
Look over there.
Can you please send me a link that shows that this is on our website? Of course I can, but I'm pretty sure being a customer service person at Amazon, you should be able to get this information for yourself. Here's the link. He sees the link and then goes, I can't deal with this, so I'm going to get somebody to call you back. Okay, great. Telephone rings. I then get put on hold. They called me. I'm then put on hold. This guy answers. Welcome to Amazon customer service. My name's Roy. How can I help? I'm like, okay, hi Roy. I'm sure you're all up to date with the situation, so I'm just wanting to get this resolved as quick as possible. I have no idea what you're talking about. Please tell me everything from the beginning. So I tell him everything from the beginning.
I hate that.
Who does that?
Yep. So tell him it all again. I just want to know how to solve this. I'm just going to have a look now. Don't know what you're talking about. There is no pre-order bonus. Yes, there is. It's on your website. I can't see anything. Yes, well, it's there. I have a screenshot. Can you send me the screenshot? I send him the screenshot.
Oh, my fucking God.
He then turns around to me and goes, yes, well, you need to contact the seller if there's an issue with this. I says, okay, but on your website it says distributed and sold by Amazon, so that's why I'm contacting you. And he's like, no, it's not us, it's Capcom. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that kind of makes sense. Maybe Capcom's not sent the email out. He's like, yeah, so I'll give you the contact details for Capcom. I'm like, great stuff. Could you reply to my email and send me that? So he does, and he's there typing away, like, Capcom, you need to email, sent. Have you received the email? I've received the email. Thank you very much. Put the phone down. I open the email. There's a telephone number. I call the telephone number. Bring. Hello, this is Rachel from Brightstar. How can I help? I says, hello. Now, when she says it, she says, hello, welcome to Brightstar. So in my head, I'm like, Brightstar must be the European, like, umbrella. You know, sometimes with customer services, Capcom is a Japanese company, so I thought maybe Brightstar is an umbrella customer service company that looks after the East Asia. So I says, hello, Rachel. I'm calling you, blah, blah, blah. I explain the situation to her. She goes, well, I'm not too sure if I can help with this, because here at Brightstar, we deal with secondhand refurbished mobile telephones and tablet devices.
The story has jumped the shark.
It's fucking brilliant. I swear, I really need the toilet right now. I can't come.
Oh.
I couldn't wait myself.
Well, I've just been on the phone to somebody from Amazon, and he sent me your number saying you're the people that I need to talk to. I'm calling her Rachel. I can't actually remember her name, and that's a big shame on me. However, she was the best person I spoke to yesterday, because she then turned around and said, it's nothing to do with us, but tell me the name of the game again, and I'm going to see if I can help you. So she gets Google up, and she finds the contact details for Capcom and gives them to me. Now,
wow.
She's nothing to do with Amazon. She's nothing to do with my complaint, and yet she still gave me the correct fucking information. Hats off to her.
Well done, Brightstar.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't stop there. So I get the details. I email Capcom. I then go back to Roy to reply to his email and go, you are
listen here, dumb
freaking
shit.
moron. To get a reply. This email address is not monitored. Please do not reply to this email address. Great. Well, why didn't you say that in the fucking email in the first place? Because normally it'll say somewhere on there, this mailbox is not monitored.
No
Please do not reply
at Amazon, yeah.
So I'm like, right, I go back into the chat to complain about this, because at this point now, I'm not bothered about the code. I'm pissed off that they're sending that they just don't know what they're talking about. I get the thing. Get to this other guy. Same conversation, and I outlined in this conversation, I have contacted Capcom to resolve this issue as per your instruction, but I'm getting back in touch to tell you that I'm not happy with the customer service received so far.
Yeah.
His response, well, there is no pre-order. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, there's nothing on the website. I'm like, that's not what I'm contacting you about, but just for shits and giggles, yes, it is. If you look on this account, I'm pretty sure you can see the screenshot that I sent to your colleague Roy. Yes, I can see it. And he says, but that looks like a generic photo that's been used in marketing across the internet.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Me a liar, motherfucker.
I said, yes, it does. And it is part of the promotional material used by Capcom in the promotion of pre-ordering Resident Evil. However, I'm pretty sure all the rest of the information around that photo is a screenshot from your website. So I don't understand why you are suggesting that it's just a random grab from the internet.
It's called the Trading Standards Authority, bitches.
So he's going on with himself. There's no saying blah, blah, blah. Says, look, right, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I know you just tried to do your best.
I don't want to talk to you.
You tried to do your best, but the information that you've got in front of you is wrong. So it's not your fault. I would just like a line manager or supervisor or whoever it is just to contact me by email at their earliest convenience to discuss this further, because I'm done now. And he goes, yeah, that's fine. I'll get somebody to contact you in the next 5 to 6 hours. And I said, great, wonderful, thank you very much. He then replies, yes, to confirm, a supervisor will be taking over this chat in the next 5 to 6 hours. And I go, taking over the chat? What's he talking about? He's supposed to be emailing me. He then sends the message again with like the little star thing, you know, when you've made a mistake. My apologies, the supervisor shall be contacting you by email in the next 5 to 6 hours. I'm like, you've got it wrong again. Anyway, 5:30 Friday evening, I look on my phone, I've got an email. It's my pre-order codes. Yay, I got the codes, wonderful. From Amazon.
Yes, fucking brilliant. Amazing.
With a follow-up email from Akish from Amazon saying, I'm sorry that you feel that the way we handled things was incorrect today. However, you should have received the pre-order code by now. If you haven't got it by the 8th, please let us know. And I have passed your concerns on to the relevant people. Have a nice day. Well,
I hate it when people say, I'm sorry if you feel we've did. Bitch,
Yeah.
you done wrong.
Yeah.
Just be like, sorry, we fucked up. That's all I want to hear.
yeah.
They cannot admit culpability, though.
Yep. So, my Karen came out,
Oh.
and I replied to this lovely person saying, thank you very much. I have received the email with the pre-order code. However, I feel that your email does not address any of the issues that I raised, nor does it pick up from where I left off in the chat. I asked for a manager to contact me to discuss the issues that I faced, and you pretty much just sent me an email shutting it down. So from the top, I then write this massive fucking email explaining everything that went on that I'm not happy about. And I'm not obviously not going to go through it all again because it's just sort of a quick rundown. However, I'll give you the final bit. At this point, I asked to be put in touch with yourself to discuss the matter further, and lo and behold, the code comes through, which begs the questions. If Amazon was the one responsible for sending out the pre-order codes and was indeed honouring that promotion, how could 3 separate customer service agents have no knowledge of this? Number 2, how can 3 said agents all look at the evidence provided and still claim that the promotion at Amazon isn't being ran, nor the customers pre-ordering it be eligible for? Number 3, why was a callback arranged with no handover to inform the agent of the issue at hand? Why should I have to re-explain myself for the 3rd time? Number 4, how can the agent give the wrong contact information out in an email he's writing to me on the phone to contact Capcom with the issue? Number 5, why did it take a manager of the management team to customer service to rectify when this is such a simple issue? I'm sorry, but the response of passing it on and my concerns to the relevant people just doesn't seem to cut it. I'm sorry to hear is not, I'm sorry we got this so wrong. The code itself isn't very important, but the way it's been handled is, and unfortunately, you and your customer service team have handled it terribly. I look forward to your response.
I don't think you're going to get a response.
And I
No, I
haven't.
The
Not
story
yet.
continues.
So join
Wow.
in next week because I'm gonna send another reply.
Boom.
Join
Hearing
in next
place.
week where the topic of the episode is Karen's going wild.
The beardy Karener.
The beardy Karener.
Wow.
So that's what your week has been.
That's what my week's been, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, and then I
Awesome.
tried to play Resident Evil Village on Village of Darkness difficulty and gave up. Because it's too fucking
Is that
hard.
the hard one? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the hardest of hard. No spoilers, but in the beginning of the game, when you first get into the village, you face off against one single Lycan, and you can't progress in the game any further until you've killed said Lycan. And you get a gun, and you have a knife, and you've got 20 bullets, and you need to kill this one Lycan. I took out all 20 bullets into this Lycan and slashed it so many fucking times, and still it wouldn't fucking die. And I was the one that kept dying, and I was like, nope, not doing this anymore, bye.
Excellent.
I want it to come out on VR.
Oh, that's so fucking good. So good.
Can you imagine Tiggs playing it in VR?
It'd be a broken VR.
Once we get out of this pandemic, Tiggs is going to come over here and we're going to stream Resident Evil 7 in VR.
I don't know why I let you talk me into this, but yeah, totally doing it.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
It's
And
gonna be awesome.
for all of those out there listening, please remember that Resident Evil Village was created to be less scary because the complaints of Resident Evil 7 was that the game was too scary.
It was scary as fuck.
That's the one in the
Louisiana, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that I turned off because I got too scared.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tiggs is going to play it in VR.
Yeah,
But by
I'm
the
gonna
time-
play.
By the time he's finished Resident Evil 8, like, he's going to be hardened to it. He's going to be fine.
No, I'm 36 and I'm never hardened to it, so no.
Oh, I think that brings us to the end of another amazing episode. Resident 7 VR is horrific. Yes. I mean, I played it in non-VR, and I got all sweaty running around a coffee table while they were chasing me, and I didn't know where to go, so I just turned the whole console off at the wall.
No.
At the wall switch. I was like, just turn it up, and I turned it off at the wall switch. I was couldn't
Please.
play it.
No, let's stop talking about this. It's making me feel nervous now. Please.
I played some Resident Evil 7 in VR, but I played that game a lot of times, and when I played it in VR in 7, like I'd become accustomed to the scares.
You knew what to
so I
do,
knew what was
yeah.
coming and everything else.
Yeah,
However-
I played it, had no idea what to do or what was coming, and was terrified the whole
same.
time and screaming and just sweaty. My hands were like dripping off the controller. I was so scared.
Oh, yeah.
So one of the games that I did play in VR with no prior knowledge is called Paranormal Activity: The Lost Souls.
That does not sound fun.
Now,
No.
have you all played the Resident Evil? Watch the Paranormal Activity films?
Scary as shit.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have actually watched them. They're
So
freaky.
base fucking synopsis for Paranormal Activity. It's like Blair
Describe
Witch.
it badly.
Yeah, like Blair Witch, found footage, like usually there's some sort of creepy thing, demon possession thing taking over the house and making shit happen or whatever. So you go into Paranormal Activity: The Lost Souls playing somebody who is in a house that is being haunted by a paranormal spirit in VR. Now, for the most of this game, it was okay. Like it was a bit scary here and there, whatever. But at one point, I picked up a book. And as I opened the book, there was like whispers from behind.
No.
And like, I shit
Tiggs is
myself.
leaving.
But not only did I shit myself, at the same time, my housemate was there and she'd opened the door. So there was like a waft of cold air. So as these whispers happen, cold air. So I'm like, fuck, chuck the book in the game. And I'm like, holy shit. And I know it's the door that's open. I know that's where the colds come from. But then this face formed in front of my eyes from fucking mist, screamed and charged at me, and I just took the headset off and went.
This is making me feel sick talking about this. No,
and I've not finished that game.
No,
but I was pretty sure by it.
It's a no from me.
Yeah. Yeah, Tiggs, do you want to play that as well?
No, fuck off. I love you, but fuck off. I'm feeling really nervous now already. Right, I'm going to have to go and calm myself down now before we start this stream.
Oh, right. Okay. So let's give Tiggs some time to give himself some hugs and calm himself down. We'll go ahead and close out the show so Tiggs has time to get ready then for his next stream. Tonight's been really fun.
It has been a lot of fun.
It's been a good one. I mean, of course I won because I'm amazing. Well done, me. But no, it was good. You guys gave me a run for my money. Tiggs almost got me that time.
I almost.
If you've got any ideas, anything you think we should be doing for upcoming episodes, or anything you want to hear us talking about, or games you want to see us playing, let us know. We could be doing another book report show, but with a better game this time. The last one was a bit shit. We all hated it. It. Excellent. So tonight you have had the pleasure of listening to Beardy. Say hi, Beardy.
Hello.
And Bot. Say hi, Bot.
Hello.
And of course, Tiggs. Say hi, Tiggs.
Hello.
And I have been your amazing host, Llama. That's me. Hi.
Master
and until
mouse
next
catcher.
week, the Master Mouse Catcher. And until next week, stay calm and game on. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.